Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just got back from watching Toy Story 4, directed by Josh Cooley, and once again starring Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Annie Potts, and also introducing Tony Hale, Keegan-Michael Key, uh, and a bunch of others. So, when it comes to the Toy Story franchise, it's Pixar's most beloved franchise that everyone can agree revolutionized computer animated films and set a new standard for children's media. The first film's a classic, the sequel's just as amazing, and the third film felt like it was going to end the series on a perfect note. So, how could a fourth film even be made, let alone be good? Well, Pixar has done it again, and I honestly think that it's the third best of the series. I mean, it's up there with the other three. Let's just say that. Let's get to the story, shall we? The story is that we follow Bonnie now as she's going through kindergarten, and Woody, played by Tom Hanks, is concerned for her. But when Bonnie makes a new toy named Forky, played by Tony Hale, he thinks that Forky will be able to help her get through kindergarten, even though Forky sees himself as trash. It's actually kind of funny. So when Forky throws himself away during a trip to the carnival, Woody has to find a way to get him back to Bonnie while also meeting up with other characters like Bo Peep, Gabby Gabby, and a bunch of other faces that you'll probably love. Now, the Toy Story franchise has always relied very heavily on its excellent mix of humor and emotional moments, and here it works wonders. You'll be laughing one minute and crying the next because these characters have become so well established and so well written that that almost every single moment with them is nothing short of joy. That's especially the case with Tom Hanks as Woody and Tim Allen as Buzz. Even though Tim Allen isn't given as much to do as he has in the other films, he still has really good material, especially with his inner voice jokes. And I do think that Woody is often utilized at his best here as well. He does have his overprotective moments, but we understand why he goes through that sort of thing. Also, Annie Potts returns as Bo Peep, and the way they handle her in the story is actually really creative, and I like how her storyline interconnects with Woody. She was missed in Toy Story 3, so I'm glad Pixar brought her back. But it's not just old characters who were brought back for this one. Some new faces are also welcome additions. There's Duke Kaboom, who's voiced by Keanu Reeves, who has plenty of humorous moments. There's two plushies who are voiced by Key and Peele, Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele, and they're about as funny as you'd expect from Key and Peele. But of course, the big new character is Forky, played by Tony Hale. I honestly didn't think he'd be as entertaining as he was ultimately, but I honestly really love Forky. He doesn't know what he is, he has to learn a lot about his purpose in life here, and he honestly becomes one of my new favorite characters simply because he goes through an arc that I didn't expect him to go through and I thought was handled brilliantly. The animation, it looks absolutely spot on. It looks perfect in my opinion, and it really shows the progression of the CGI animation that Pixar has gone through since the mid-90s to today. Gabby Gabby also ends up as a great character, and even though she has a bit of an antagonist role, you understand why she's like that, and I think she's a lot different from other antagonists in the series, like Stinky Pete or Sid, like those characters. It definitely also hits home when it manages to do something that I didn't expect for its climax. I won't spoil it. Let's just say the climax of this film is one of the more emotional moments I've had in recent film. I don't think it reaches the same heights as the ending of Toy Story 3, but the way it builds to this ending and the way it happens to cap off a particular story beat really made almost everyone in the theater cry, and I felt a little teary-eyed myself. You'll know it when you see it, and it really is well handled. Also, you should stay for the credits because while there aren't any trailers for like Toy Story 5 in the credits, but there are some really humorous after credits scenes that you should definitely check out. So I think this is another classic for Pixar. You definitely should see it, especially if you're a fan of the other three films. I give Toy Story 4 a 10 out of 10. See you next time.